Kia ora, Scorpio. Thanks for joining me here at the Lightroom. This is your reading for this new moon. I keep double checking that. New moon in Taurus. So we're just looking at the overarching energies. Look pretty nice. We do have the Ace of Discs coming out here, which is a gift coming through. Yes, abundance and all of those wonderful things. We see it in order to give it form. Look, there's a choice. We'll just go through. These cards are popping out. We get the Five of Swords. It's always a difficult card, you know, because the Five of Swords can encompass a place or a situation where we let ourselves down a little bit. We might be taking the glory for something that is not ours to take. But let's just keep going through. This beautiful Ace of Discs coming out with that is pretty amazing. It's far too many. We'll put those away. Traits for ease, this time. And of course the next full moon is in Scorpio. We have the Magician. You're well and truly capable of translating if anything needs to be understood, translated, understood at this time. You have that well and truly under control. We get the Six of Swords. Physical journey, could be metaphysical journey, Scorpio, to calmer places or a calmer place for you here. Interesting. It's all ultimately, we've got the Two of Cups on the top of the deck. Ultimately, it's all about finding a balance, isn't it? We're finding a balance. So let's just go through and clarify. You know, sometimes with this Five of Swords, it is just overcoming something, be it a pattern of behaviour within ourselves. It maybe has not been as conscious to us as it has possibly to the people around us. I say that because looking at that card, we get the Death card coming out. So there is a sort of transforming element during this time, and it has been a time of whether we know what the outcomes are going to be, it has been a time of cleaning and clearing and planting, I feel. Let's just have a wee look for Scorpio at the Ace of Discs, please. I'm just waiting for the cat to come out at any time. We'll get another card. We get the Page of Wands. Experimental, you know. Risk-taking. You know, it could be in relation to your emotional life. It could be in relation, I tend to feel, I'm talking about risk-taking, of having a clear new view, possibly approaching the same thing, but you've got a different view this time round, at this time. Page of Wands, that youthful, experimental, brave, not afraid to take risks. We get the Ten of Discs, a card of, yes, seeing what we have around us in terms of what we value and what we consider to be our wealth, but also a card of family connections, where we come from, our values, loyalties, that kind of thing, and past contracts with people, friends, family. You know, people consider friends to be their family more often than not. And then we have the ace, another gift. Look, there's a definite, it's like we're standing between this sort of earth energy and this heart, water, emotional energy. And we're just trying to kind of get this balance. Let's face it, one needs the other. It's actually a really good mix, water and earth. So, at this point, Scorpio, without trying to confuse things, there has been forethought. There has been insight into our own behaviours, possibly. Remember, these are general readings. And where we come from, the impact of that on us. Possibly we're moving into, with this transformation, a clearer, more beginner's mind, a risk taker in terms of these two gifts that are presenting themselves to us, Scorpio. Two aces. There's nothing to turn one's nose up at, quite honestly. They're circling, they're just waiting to come in. Reception. Reception is everything here for you Scorpios at the moment. Let's have a look at the Magician. When I say that, we get, when we were talking about reception, get the Eight of Cups coming out, a kind of objective approach to things to our emotional life. We're prepared to take or leave, but in this deck, the figure is leaving those 8 cups to seek out the 2, which is a card of balance. 2 of cups, is it not? Let's, as I said, look at the Magician here. This Magician, and you may have found that there's been a time where, there's not a lot coming in, not a lot going out. But this is a period of preparing a new ability to receive. I say that because we have the beautiful Empress with that Hanged Man. This is where your gifts and your magic lies, in the crossover here. The crossover between this period of, it is literally waiting for a slightly different perspective. And that's when we get really down to the nitty-gritty in terms of creativity, our ability to receive, our ability to give as well. This is where your personal magic lies at this time, Scorpio. And let's just, 6 of Swords, have a look, because within this whole thing, we're moving to a clearer place. It really says it all. We get another Ace of Swords. With that, the World. So this opening up, the ability to receive, to be open to reception, is what the word just keeps coming. Reception, receptivity brings us into a whole new period of time in our lives. We're talking about the world. We're talking about whether you choose to believe or not, the idea of karmic contracts being signed, sealed, and delivered and over, allows us to get on and into a new cycle. And an understanding this, if there has been a period where it feels like there's nothing really much going on, there has been a lot going on. There's been a big shift in perspective, or there will be for you, Scorpio. So it's pretty amazing. Let's get a Brian Froud Pixie Fairy card if they can give us a glimmer of something for Scorpio. Yep. And you may well not have been overly consciously aware of this, of what has been going on, but if that's the case, you soon will be with Iris of the Rainbows. What is Iris? She is a messenger, just like Hermes Thoth, just like this magician. She is a handmaiden to the gods. This is really quite wonderfully divine information that you have worked for in this physical world, but at the same time there's a parallel alchemy occurring here with the new Scorpio. It's pretty amazing, and it is something to be very happy about. We get Mikkel and Muckle. This brings us back to childlike enjoyment of life, actually. So pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. I've been using these where is the box? It's Art Oracle deck. It's kind of a little bit dry, a little bit funny. So we'll just pulled out one card, which Frida Kahlo. Who doesn't love Frida Kahlo? What an amazing woman she was. So we look at life. It's little sayings, 3 little sayings. First one's life, second work, and third inspiration. So convalescence lasts a lifetime. You don't spell painting without pain. We don't get a new perspective, a shift. We don't, it's not to say that we have to suffer, but I do think that these great sort of new shifts in our own personal evolution come from, often come from a real difficult time of feeling like you're squeezed in this space and you're not really moving anywhere. But in fact, then there's a point where it just kind of, you explode out the other side. It's amazing. Work. Art is your most loyal companion and inspiration. Externalize your internal world, Scorpio. Isn't that beautiful? And sometimes this is a gift. Our internal world is a gift to be shared with the external world. So on that note, Scorpio, take good care. Have a wonderful new moon in Taurus. Ka kite.